Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to part 5 of my cyberbully awareness. Right here, if you see on the screen, a student named Emily experienced the disturbing reality of someone pretending to be her online and creating fake accounts to spread hurtful content about her and others in her school community. This caused significant emotional distress and humiliation for Emily, as she had to constantly explain to her friends and others that she was not the one posting the negative comments. She is not the one posting negative comments. Despite reporting the initial fake account, new ones kept appearing on various platforms, extending the cyberbullying ordeal for weeks. Emily eventually sought help from eSafety, who provided support and intervened by contacting the social media services to have the fake accounts removed. This story highlights the challenges faced when someone is being framed by cyberbullying, including damage to reputation. False accusations and online impersonation can quickly spread and harm someone's reputation within their social circles and beyond. Emotional distress. Being framed can lead to significant anxiety, stress, and feelings of helplessness. Difficulty in getting the false information removed. As seen in Emily's story, removing fake accounts of defamatory content can be challenging and time-consuming process. So I thought that was very interesting, because that is something that is an issue. Is people have no issue with spreading fake information, false information, just to hurt people's feelings and also create a piece of drama that is not true, and it kind of turns someone into kind of like a mean person, and then you start getting attacked and you start getting, harassed and stuff like that. And I thought this was an interesting one. And by the way, this series is to spread awareness of cyberbullying online, and the fact that there's catfish, there's blackmailing, there's all these things. There's a lot of things. It goes on and on. Harassment, bullying. Let's go here. So let's look here. Let's keep going. Hold on. All right, so let's look at this here. This is a site right now. There is a site right now on Facebook a Facebook that is called Calling All H's. That seemed to be a place for people to write for all the world to see any hurtful or sick thought about anyone that they don't like. Facebook refuses to take the page down. I don't know what to do, and I feel that something needs to be done before we are hearing on the news about some poor kid who themselves over what's being written about them on this site. Help. Anyone know how we can get the process going? If you see my videos, I've mentioned this, that there's not enough laws, and obviously, these companies, whatever, the police, whatever, they could find IPs. You know what I mean? They could find that stuff. You know what I mean? So there needs to be better laws, but at the same time, privacy is an important thing. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of shams out there, man. I have been friends with the person for 3 years now, well, best friends. I never thought she could do this to me. She's lying and getting our friends on her said. I think she's supposed to say side. All I could do is watch. She's called me ugly, this, useless, this, jealous. I need to grow up. I'm popular. I can't go and riot under a rock. Who says these kind of things? Only someone that is heartless and that has never been bullied before. They don't know how it feels, I guess. My 16-year-old son was cyberbullied on Facebook over a period of 8 hours. The event was traumatic. It caused my son to have an acute psychotic break and to be hospitalized in an adolescent psychotic ward for almost a month. He has changed forever and will never be the same mentally. Internet bullying can hurt and affect people, and kids need to know this. These kids are not being punished in any way, and this incident think this incident is funny. We know it is life-changing. I have been bullied many times before. I've been called probably every name out there. It really hurts. I sometimes can contemplate, and I think where will that get me? I only end up hurting the ones that I love. Let's see. Facebook. My name is Jamaican. There are 5 boys in our class, and they bully this girl because she is black. They tell her to go back to, and they call her. No, this problem is not being solved, and I'm scared to help her and tell them to stop. They are very mean and dangerous kids. So the one thing is if you see my videos, I do talk about this. I feel like people are scared to defend people that are getting attacked because they think and know that if they defend them, they're gonna get attacked too. They're gonna be like, "Oh, why are you defending this person? Oh, why are you doing this?" This stuff is tragic, man. There's so many stories. I've been bullied on Twitter by two people in the last couple weeks. I've told them to stop and leave me alone, but they keep at it. After I told them to stop and leave me alone, I stopped communication with them, but they still kept tweeting about me. I feel like I can't say anything without someone on Twitter bullying me. I try to make it look like I don't care and all, but it never seems to work. I've reported and blocked them. Anyone have any suggestions, please? How ironic how Miranda Cosgrove is being used as the celebrity face for anti-bullying, since I told my 11-year-old she can no longer watch iCarly. Okay, I don't know what that. There's a game called Habu.com. Now there's a certain room in the called certain room called Chromo Club where the kids go to make fun of people. It's bad because they get your Facebook and make fun of the way you look. They spam your Facebook throughout the game, and it hurts people's feelings. Some weirdo on Twitter said some very hurtful things to me, mostly about being Christian. I don't want to go into any more than that. I was walking home from school when I got a text that read, "You wait till tomorrow, B," and blah, blah, blah. And I got home and I asked what the matter. She told me she heard I told my cousin, which was her boyfriend, she was cheating on him, which was a lie. I tried to confront her, but I failed. It failed. I kept getting threatening messages, but it soon stopped when my cousin broke up with her. Like, dude, there's just so much stuff out there, man. Like, there's so many things. I think that cyberbullying is one of the worst things that a teenager can be exposed to. But in the age kids cannot act properly. The cyberbullies are always not self-confident children who, in many cases, envy their victims. I was bullied twice. The first incident happened 2 years ago in a new social site, formspring.me. In the site, you can send your opinion or questions anonymously. One person sent me a message claiming that I was fake and that I wasn't a good friend. I was too offended to answer, and I just disabled my account. The second incident happened a year ago. Those who I had considered my best friends tended to tease me, often about my appearance. This teasing eventually led to harsh words exchange over Facebook, which by a month time resulted in cyberbullying. The bullying ended when I blocked them and moved after the school year. So if you are bullied, the best thing to do is block those people or just to find a different social media network. Don't pay attention to the bullies. You know, there's so many stories, man. There's so many stories. There's not enough laws. There's people lying about other people for farm engagement, blackmail, and just defamation, and there's just a lot of stuff out there that people get away with, man, and it's scary. And that stuff's like people spread this stuff like it's like the easiest thing to do, and it's fun to them, and it seems a lot of these people that do these things, that spread these false things just to hurt you, they love doing it. They love doing it. I mean, you can't convince me not, man. After all the stories I've read, bro, these people are disgusting. And also, too, people don't get educated, too. People don't get educated on these things, and that's why we're making the series. You know what I mean? This is something that people just need to pay attention to. They need to do research. You know, listening to a YouTuber talking about drama, all these things and stuff like that, like, it's just not okay. You know what I mean? A lot of these YouTubers, they act like they're like journalists or something like that. You know what I mean? I'm not a journalist. A lot of my things are my opinions and, you know, my thoughts. You know, that's what my channel's for. And this is a hobby of mine, right? YouTube's a hobby of mine. And, you know, I'm not the smartest person. I don't think people should listen to me, but I'm sharing things that I use my channel to share things that I want to learn and share it with you and, you know, talk about it. You know what I mean? That's what I do. This is fun to me and I love doing this. And, you know, it just sucks that people can't be on this platform without being criticized or ridiculed and stuff. Like, we need to realize that this is not okay. These things are not okay, and it's obviously never gonna stop. I'm not like God or anything like that, and people are just gonna stop right away. But I'm doing this because, you know, I'm a small channel, and also too, this is spreading awareness of cyberbullying and picking on people and harassing and making up lies. You know, fake accounts, all these things. Like, these things need to stop. You know what I mean? Need to stop. There's a lot of just delusional, just very sick, twisted individuals that do not care. They spread misinformation, disinformation. They lie about you, and they really just don't like you. You know, they've been obsessed obsessed with, you know, you could tell, right? There's words there. You could tell they're obsessed. They're jealous. They envy you. They do not want you to succeed. That's why they're there for you. They're like a block road in your journey. Like, they just do not want you to get over that road. It's like Snorlax in Pokemon. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't getting past that road. You know what I mean? But anyways, though, hopefully you have a good day. This is just another extra piece in this story. I just felt like sharing this because I looked into it, and you know, I was like looking at other things and stuff like that. And this was like a very quick one with like small little stories. You know, nothing too crazy, like popular up in the news and stuff like that. These are just small, like just small people. You know, they don't have voices. They don't have like, you know, this is what it's all about, giving people voices. And anyways, though, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below. Check out my playlist. I should have a playlist by the time this video drops. There's videos. Go check them out. Be aware. Sorry, burping. Be aware. Please comment down below. Please comment down below. If you do not see comments down because they're all hold. You know, they're all hold. All right. Anyways, so bye.